Hello, happiest of days to each of you folks. I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day today. So for my Monday, I dedicate to the sort of forgotten modules, or I'm reviewing modules right now for Dungeons & Dragons or Battle Tech stuff, all older stuff. I have even reviewed Middle Earth Roleplay on today's date. Right now, I'm reviewing the lesser known TSR series from the mid-80s. It's called the UK series, and that sort of thing too. So this week we're doing the second one. That is the last one, the penultimate one if you want to be fancy. And this is All That Glitters from 1994 for you folks. So anyway, so basically what's happening here is that we have our, this is written by Jim Bambra. Its cover art is by Brian Willaims, and then the interior art is by Tim Self. For you folks, this is for first edition from '84. It's set in Greyhawk proper, and it's 4 levels, 1 to 5, and you need a whole party of them. The plot here is actually pretty simple early on. You start off with in some jungles and that sort of thing too. You're going to come across some treasure maps that you're going to have to piece together and that sort of thing too. And then you're going to have to head to a desert to grab this stuff, which is on the other side of the Hadarna Mountains. And to get there, you're going to need to go through the Windwalker's Passage. And when you find out what that is and how it works, you're going to be just absolutely gobsmacked. No spoilers. And sort of thing too, and so much, so strong. It's such great world building, such great uses of magic, and that sort of a thing too. I think you'll really enjoy it. And if you've played it, let me know what your thoughts are. Spoiler free. So I ran this as a dungeon master in a plane that I created called Hamed, where in my campaign, where this was in there, such, and it had a bunch of Middle East inspired stuff. Sub-Saharan Africa too, and then most sort of Asia from central to south to east and the Southeast Asia. That was my intro to the Sandmire campaign that I ran, because the Sandmire is what they call that section in the desert, that sort of thing too. So I also played this as a player too, just as a heads up for you folks. The plot might be simple, but this just delivers in a major way, right? All up and down the block. Great world building, great such too. It's great art too, by the way. So it's an absolutely underrated classic for all the good stuff. It's a 10 out of 10 for all those reasons for you folks. And so there you are. That's Jim Bambra's All That Glitters for you folks from '84. 10 out of 10. Have you played it or run it as a dungeon master? Both, like I have too. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. You can also check out, like I said, a bunch of these other things here on this Monday that I do dedicate to things like modules, that sort of other thing too. On Wednesdays, I do something called Video Game Wednesdays, where I review older video games for you folks. Usually, sometimes I might do 1 or 2 here and there that were just recently released. If I put a couple of weeks of time into it, and that sort of a thing too. Right now, I'm doing a Fallout series. I just did Fallout New Vegas last week, so next week will be Fallout 4 and then Fallout 76. So check out those great stuff. I've also recently done the Baldur's Gate series for reviews. That sort of thing too, in case you're interested in that sort of thing. Also, I have on Saturday, I do something I call Serial Saturday, which is dedicated to the forgotten storytelling genres that I heavily influenced, much stuff that we might have forgot about, and that sort of a thing too. I just started watching the Dick Tracy serials, and that sort of a thing too. I've also done recently Zorro, Tarzan, Flash Gordon, and also done the first 2 seasons of Doctor Who on the TV side of the things from the 60s. And then the other 3 reviews I do a week are of older things that you read in the science fiction, fantasy, and horror genres too, right? All up and down the block. So if those 7 plus occasional Let's Plays here and there sound like your cup of tea, then great. Welcome to the channel, and have a seat and take your shoes off too, and that sort of thing too. And while you're here, why not do all the YouTube stuff? Like hit the subscribe button, the like button, the bell icon to be notified of those videos. Share with your friends, all that good stuff. But basically, just key thoughts are Brian's channel are to watch, and the share too, right? Up and down a while. So those are the key ways to help it out. Alright, so there you are. do 7 older reviews tell you? It's the passion of this channel, right? It's even where its name comes from. The worst thing about new books, it's a quote by a French philosopher, Jacques Joubert, who said that the worst thing about them was that they kept us from reading the old stuff, right? It's definitely some older stuff we might have forgotten about in our passion for the new stuff, right? Right. In this case, the new modules, new games, new video games, new books, new movies, all that sort of thing, right? In our passion for that new stuff, we have forgotten that these things are standing on the shoulders of giants, right? So let's check out those giants, right? For you folks. Not that things are bad; they're not, right? And there you are. Also, it's one of my passions in life. My number one strength in the Strengths Quest, which is a positive psychology approach to personality types, is context. The more I learn about something, the more I appreciate what was. So, for example, in his first edition, right around this time, in '78. Gary Gygax writes in Dungeon Master's Guide to Independence Hand, where he lists all of his stuff. So I've gone back and read a bunch of those things for free, or just for fun too, and I appreciate that more, right? So there. Alrighty, and if you made it all the way to the end, I just want to thank you so very, very much for just taking some time out of your day and investing it and watching my videos, right? Because we all have so many things that are happening in our lives. And we're pulled in so many different directions too, right? So in fact, you spend this time with me, that's incredibly humbling. And I appreciate that so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.